Hello and welcome back to Bulldog Park here on a Saturday afternoon on the campus of Butler University in Indianapolis, Indiana. Thanks so much for joining us. If you were here for the first game of our doubleheader, welcome back. If you're here for game two, thanks so much for joining us. Butler taking the 4-1 victory in the first game, a 7-inning affair. We'll get you caught up on what happened in that one here in just a moment. On the mound for the Bulldogs to start game two, John McCauley. McCauley, a junior, 3-2 on the year, 9 appearances, 4 of them starts, 6.11 ERA. Nick Eaton threw a gem for the Bulldogs in game one, a complete game in that 4-1 victory, just one blemish in the second inning. For the Johnnies, the starting lineup, similar to the one that we saw for the first game, only a couple of changes. Still in that leadoff spot, the senior Carson Bartels at second base, Ryan Hogan in the 2 spot. Playing center field, Brian Morrell, left fielder, hitting third. Cleanup, this is a change in the lineup. Justin Foltz, first base, Nick Sorelli, the DH. Marty Higgins, the third baseman in the 6 hole. Colin Wetterow, the catcher, batting 7th. Vincent Bianchi, the right fielder, in 8th, and rounding out the lineup, the shortstop, Chris Conniff.
For your Bulldogs, number 11, John McCauley.
Our umpires today, Craig McCarty, Shannon Bunger, and Kevin Condor. Kevin Condor down the third baseline was calling balls and strikes in game one. Craig McCarty has that job here in game two. Carson Bartels digging into the batter's box. McCauley taking the sign, and we're ready to play some baseball. Swinging on the first pitch, Bartels over to Wickman. Andy Bennett with the catch over at first. 1 pitch, 1 out for John McCauley. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, the story in the first game was a 3-run first inning in the bottom half for the Bulldogs, and Nick Eaton cruised after that. Complete game, 2 hits, 1 earned run. If you get anything close to that from McCauley on the mound in game 2, the Bulldogs should be in good shape. Strike 1 called to the center fielder, Ryan Hogan. Hogan in the first game, 3 ABs, 0 hits. That was the story for a lot of St. John's hitters in the first one. That's a ball outside. Count 1-1. A little late on that one. Fouled it back to the screen. 1-2. John McCauley, 6.11 ERA, 3-2 in the win-loss column. 9 appearances, 28 innings of work. 2-2, the count is even to the center fielder for the St. John's Red Storm. Not enough break on that breaking ball. Full count. That's high and inside. Hogan, the first base runner for the Johnnies in this one. Something they weren't able to do in game 1, get somebody on base in the first inning. In the 3 hole, the left fielder, Brian Morrell. 254 on the year. No home runs, 7 RBIs for the left fielder. Strike 1. Going to check on Hogan over there at first. Johnnies really didn't get any opportunities to score apart from their 1 run in the second inning. Started with a hit by pitch. It was the only real mistake that Eaton made for the Bulldogs. That one fouled down the first base line. Other than that, several times through the order, and the Johnnies only hit a couple balls hard in those first 7 innings we saw earlier this afternoon. The 0-2 high and outside. Behind the plate for the Bulldogs, redshirt senior Duncan Hewitt. Aaron Steinhardt was behind the dish in the first game. He'll DH for the Bulldogs here in game 2. Foul tip down the third base line. 1-2 the count. Hogan takes his lead at first. One more check for McCauley. Hit on the ground to short. Wickman over to second. McGrath over to first. Not quite in time, but the Bulldogs do get the lead runner. 2 outs now in the top half of the first.
The first baseman, 25, Justin Foles.
Justin Foles. A change in the lineup for the Johnnies. David Williams was at first base in the first game. Actually scored the only run for the Red Storm. Foltz, a redshirt junior from Monroe, Washington. Looks at strike 1. Foltz 261 on the year in 28 appearances. 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. Definitely some pop in this bat. Goes chasing for that one. Gets away from Hewitt. Hogan's going to stay over there at first. 0-2. 2 outs for McCauley. Off to a good start. The 0-2. Skied over our heads here in the press box, and we'll do 0-2 again. These two teams played twice yesterday. A much different story. St. John's took the first game 9-0, followed by a 4-0 victory. That was not the story in the first game today. Fly ball to center. John Shoup is under it. And McCauley gets out of the first inning with no blemishes on the resume. James Gargano, the leadoff hitter for the Bulldogs. We'll see him next. Give you the starting lineup for the Bulldogs when we come back. Thank you so much for hanging out with us in our second of 2 games here at Bulldog Park this afternoon. You're watching Butler Baseball on Butler YouTube. Welcome back to Bulldog Park, home half of the first and our second of two games today. Give you the lineup for the Bulldogs in this one real quick. James Gargano, lead off playing left field. Aaron Steinhardt was behind the dish in the first game. He's DHing still in the two-hole. Dan Harwood batting third. Freddie Matos, the third baseman, batting cleanup. Andy Bennett batting fifth over at first base. Those three hitters, 3, 4, 5, responsible for 3 of the 4 RBIs in game one. Duncan Hewitt, as I mentioned, behind the plate for this one. In the 6th hole, Brody McGrath batting 7th over at second base. John Shoup in center, and Jonah Wickman will bat in the 9 hole. They'll face the long, lanky right-hander Tyler Roche, 6'4", 180 pounds, 4.15 ERA, 10 appearances, 5 games started, 26 innings pitched of work, 25 strikeouts. It's quick 2 balls to Gargano. Gargano in game one got a hit and scored a run. That one's inside quickly 3-0 to the Butler left fielder. Strike called down at the knees, 3-1. Roche working quick. Believe that clipped him on the elbow. Craig McCarty behind the plate agrees. And once again, Gargano on to start the game for the Bulldogs. Aaron Steinhardt got a hard-earned walk in the first inning of game one. Dan Harwood then driving in a run in the 3 spot, and that's how things got going. A couple ground balls later, and the Bulldogs were up 3-0 after the first inning. No outs. Steinhardt DHing in this one after catching Nick Eaton's complete game in game one. Shows bunt. Pulls back. Four of Roche's first 5 pitches were outside of the strike zone. And that one is as well. Catcher's able to locate it quickly and keep Gargano at first. St. John's used 5 pitchers in the second game yesterday. Used 3 in the 4-1 loss earlier this afternoon. Another ball, and the count's 3-0. Roche struggling to find the strike zone early on. Expect Butler hitters to make him find it at some point. That one's in there for a called strike. 3-1 the count. James Gargano, 8 stolen bases and 9 attempts this year. Don't be surprised if he's running. He'll stay there. Another ball.
The right fielder, 41, Dan Harwood.
10 pitches, 8 balls for Tyler Roche, and an early mound visit for St. John's. As I mentioned in the first game, Bulldogs got 3 runs on the board in that first inning, tacked on 1 in the back half of the game. That's all Nick Eaton needed. And apart from that one run, the Johnnies never were able to get anything going. Dan Harwood, responsible for 1 RBI in game 1. In a situation very similar to this one. 2 on, no outs in the bottom of the first. That one's high. The 1-0. Low as well, 2-0. The third straight 2-0 count. Just outside, 3-0. You have to imagine Butler hitters are being told to keep that bat on the shoulder until Roche throws strikes with consistency. 3-0 to Harwood. He'll watch that one go by. 3-1. Harwood swinging, foul tip. Count 3-2. You see by the look on his face. Looks like he just missed that one. Full count. No outs. Runners on first and second. Gargano has Roche's attention over there at second. Nobody holding Gargano on the bag, though. That one's inside. Another walk, 3 straight walks to start the game. No outs, bases loaded. Freddie Matos coming to the plate. Matos, 3 ABs in that first game, 1 hit, 1 RBI. He's hitting .269 on the season in 31 games. Strike 1 for Roche. Gets ahead in the count for the first time. The 0-1. Swung right through. Took a big hack at that one. Matos in a hole, 0-2. $15 RBIs for the third baseman this year. 2 home runs. Gets the bat on that one. Left fielder makes the play. Gargano tags. Steinhardt over from second. The Bulldogs are on the board in the top of the first. Bottom of the first, excuse me. 1-0.
Fly for Matos scores Gargano and brings to the plate the first baseman, number 3, Andy Bennett.
Andy Bennett to the plate for the Bulldogs. Runners on first and third now. St. John's making sure that Steinhardt stayed on the bag until the catch was made. Umpire agrees. Kevin Condor. He was behind the plate for game 1, calling balls and strikes. That one's just outside. Steinhardt on third. Harwood on first. Andy Bennett at the plate. The 1-0. Outside again. Just off the outside edge once again. 3 fastballs on the outside corner. 3 balls, 3-0 the count. Same exact spot. 4 pitches. 4 balls. And the bases are juiced again
Duncan Hewitt
for the redshirt senior catcher Duncan Hewitt. Roche's 24th pitch of the game, just his 8th strike. Having to work in this first inning. 1-1. Hewitt swings on the 1-1. Over to second, over to first. And that's a double play to get Tyler Roche out of the inning with just 1 run on the board for the Bulldogs. Butler taking a 1-0 lead into the top of the second.
Go to the second inning. Butler 1, St. John 0.
Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday afternoon here at Bulldog Park. We'll be right back. You're watching Butler Baseball on Butler Athletics YouTube.
Leading off the top of the second inning for the Red Storm, designated hitter, 35, Nick Sorelli.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park. Top of the second. Butler, lots of chances in that first inning. We're able to get one across. Up first for the Johnnies. Big left-handing cleanup hitter. Excuse me, 5-hole hitter, Nick Sorelli. Designated hitter for the Red Storm today, 262 on the season. 2-0. Couple balls outside for John McCauley. Gets that one, strike called on the outside corner. Two on the count to the big left-hander. That's a breaking ball on the outside corner. Clearly not wanting to give Sorelli a chance to hit one hard on the inner half. Makes contact with that one way up in the air. John Shoup underneath it. And the Bulldogs get the first out of the inning. Shoup was busy out there in center field in the first game. Couple catches already early in this one. Marty Higgins up for the Johnnies. Right-hander, playing third base for the Red Storm. 3 at-bats, no hits in the first game today. He'll look at ball one. Over to Matos over at third base. Routine over to Bennett. Second out of the inning for McCauley.
For the Red Storm, 34, Colin Wetterow.
Colin Wetterow behind the plate for the Johnnies in this second game. Catching for Tyler Roche. 246 on the season. No home runs, 9 RBIs. He'll look at a fastball. Home plate umpire Craig McCarty says it's a little up in the zone. Ground ball over to McGrath. Routine. Bennett. Another ground ball out for McCauley. And another scoreless inning for St. John's at the plate.
Friendly reminder, please remain alert of your surroundings since foul balls may enter the stands.
When we come back, bottom half of the second, home half of the second, we'll start with the second baseman, Brody McGrath, followed by John Shoup and Jonah Wickman. Thank you so much for joining us. You're watching Butler Baseball on Butler YouTube.
home half of the second inning for your Bulldogs. Second baseman, number 2, Brody McGrath.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park. Bulldogs a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the second, leading us off the second baseman, Brody McGrath. It was an eventful first inning for Tyler Roche on the mound. Got out of there with just 1 run allowed, despite facing multiple bases loaded situations. That's a called strike, 1-1. McGrath 1 for 2 with a walk earlier this afternoon. Hits that one hard down the third baseline, just foul. Just a loud strike for Tyler Roche. 2-2 the count. Breaking ball high. Johnny's 17-19 overall this season, 8-14 in Big East play. Bulldogs just got their 5th Big East win of the season. Ground ball over to Bartels, over to first. McGrath retired to begin the inning.
39, John Shoup.
John Shoup, the Butler center fielder, and the 8-hole hitter, now at the plate. Pair of strikeouts for Shoup in the first game. Watches that one just off the outside corner, 1-0. That one's high. Another 3-0 count for Roche. He gets that one on the outside corner. Fastball, good pitch. 3-1 to Shoup. 160 his average for the season, 18 games. And he'll watch that one as well. Thought it might be a little up and above the strike zone, but he'll stick around for a full count. Called strike 3 from Craig McCarty, the home plate umpire.
Shortstop, Jonah Wickman.
That's 2 outs for Tyler Roche. 9-hole hitter, Jonah Wickman. Strike 1 for Roche. That's a foul tip into the glove of Wetterau. Tyler Roche into a bit of a rhythm, working quickly. The 1-2. Right back at Roche, gets him on the back of the foot. Wickman digging, not quite fast enough. Nice play from Carson Bartels, and the Bulldogs are retired in the bottom half of the second.
Red Storm 0.
Vincent Bianchi, the right fielder, due up for the Johnnies in the top half of the third. Thanks so much for joining us here at Bulldog Park. We'll be right back. You're watching Butler Baseball on Butler Athletics YouTube.
St. John's right fielder, number 5, Vincent Bianchi.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park. Vincent Bianchi, the right fielder for the Red Storm, leading off the inning. Chris Conniff, the shortstop, on deck. Then we'll go back to the top of the order with Carson Bartels. The 0-1. Ground ball right back at McCauley. Nice play over to Bennett. A weak throw. Bennett has a step on the bag, but plenty of time to get the first out of the inning.
Shortstop, 18, Chris Conniff.
Chris Conniff batting in the 9 hole for the Johnnies in this one. 0 for 2 with a strikeout in game 1. 276 on the season in 12 appearances. Strike 1 for McCauley. Another one in there. Strike 2. Quick hole for Conniff. That one's low and inside. 1-2. Ground ball over to Matos. Not quite able to make the play. Matos looks to be a little shaken up on the play. Up on his feet, though. Walking it off. And the Johnnies have a base runner for Carson Bartel. Bartel's in the first game yesterday. 3 for 4 with a walk, 4 RBIs. That one's low in the dirt. Good stop from Hewitt to keep Conniff over there at first. Bartels digs back in. Curve ball. Low and away. Foul tip. Back over near the tennis bubble. 1-1 the count. Excuse me, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the Red Storm leadoff hitter. He's going to check it. Conniff over there. Gets him! Conniff caught sleeping over there at first base, and just like that, instead of 1 out, 1 man on for a dangerous hitter in Bartels, you got 2 out, nobody on, and McCauley can go right at Bartels from the windup. 2-1. Ground ball right over to Matos, over to Bennett, just like that. The inning's over.
For St. John's in the top of the 3rd inning.
Top of the 3rd inning, no runs for the Johnnies. And we went from 1 out and 1 on to 3 outs real quick. When we come back, it'll be the Bulldogs in the bottom half of the 3rd. You're watching Butler Baseball on Butler Athletics YouTube.
For your Bulldogs in the bottom of the 3rd, left fielder number 6, James Gargano.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park. Top of the order for the Bulldogs, James Gargano. Aaron Steinhardt on deck, followed by Dan Harwood. Shows bunt, pulls it back, ball 1. Shows bunt again, pulls it back. Another ball. 2-0 and a very similar start to the at-bat that we saw in the first inning. Roche gets that one on the outside corner. He's going to get it again. 2-2. Low, and the count goes full. Cracks that one down the 3rd base line. Foul, and we'll do the full count once again. The 3-2. Fights that one over to 3rd base. Higgins collects, fires over to 1st, and Gargano is retired to start the home half of the 3rd inning.
Steinhardt.
Aaron Steinhardt up next for Butler. A walk in the 1st inning. Spent a lot of time out on the base paths in that 1st inning, but did not cross the plate for a run. Roche shaky in that 1st inning, has found a bit of a groove. That one's hit hard by Steinhardt. Right fielder going back. He'll watch it go over the right field fence here at Bulldog Park, over to 52nd Street, and Aaron Steinhardt will trot around the bases. His 5th home run of the season. And the Bulldogs take a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. That one was crushed over the right field wall.
For your Bulldogs, the right fielder, 41, Dan Harwood.
Dan Harwood up next for the Bulldogs. 5 home runs to his name this season, 24 RBIs. The type of guy who can take advantage of a mistake as well. Ground ball over to Bartels. Nice play over to the first baseman. That'll be 2 outs here in the third.
The third baseman, number 7, Freddie Matos.
Freddie Matos now to the plate for Butler. Roche gets a curveball in there for strike 1. To the Butler third baseman. Hits that one to left field. Brian Morrell there to make the play.
One run on one hit.
Bulldogs get 1 run on an Aaron Steinhardt solo home run in the bottom of the third. 2-0 the score as we head to the top half of the fourth. You're watching Butler Baseball on Butler Athletics YouTube.
Leading off the top of inning 4 for the Red Storm, center fielder, number 6, Ryan Hogan.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park. Ryan Hogan, the center fielder for the Red Storm, leading off here in the top of the fourth. Brian Morrell on deck. Shows bunt. Catches that one off the top of the barrel. Goes to the backstop. 0-1. Brian Morrell on deck. Justin Foltz, the first baseman, also scheduled to hit this inning. The 0-1. In the dirt, low and away. Another foul tip over our heads here in the press box. 1-2. Good breaking ball there from McCauley. Thought he had him, but Hogan fighting that one off. Couple of raindrops here at Bulldog Park. Blue skies turned into a bit of an overcast. Fouls another good pitch off. Hogan's battling. The center fielder walked his first time up. That one's high, and the count's even. Ground ball over to Matos, just foul. Three innings of work for McCauley. Just one hit, one walk, steady for the Bulldogs through the early part of this game. Jonah Wickman under that one. One out for the Bulldogs.
Left fielder, 23, Brian Morrill.
One out, Brian Morrill to the plate. Oh for 1 today. Ball 1 in the dirt. Catches that one off his foot. That one definitely doesn't feel good, but a foul ball nonetheless. The count goes to 1-1. Morrill batting .254 coming into this one. Like many St. John's hitters, didn't do much at the plate in game 1. It's a good breaking ball on the outside corner. Moves the count to 1-2. Tries to get him chasing. Morrill not interested, and we'll go to 2-2. Rips that one hard into the hole between shortstop and third base. Gargano over there to cut it off. Quick throw in to Wickman. Holds Morrill at first base.
The first baseman.
But a base runner.
Justin Foles.
A base runner for Justin Foles with 1 out in the top of the 4th. That was the second hit of the day for the Johnnies. That matches their hits from game 1. The 1-0. Strike called on the outside corner. Justin Foles didn't play in the first game. At first base for this one. Outside again, 2-1. With a runner on first. Trying to paint that outside corner to these power hitters from St. John's. Nick Sorelli on deck. We saw him get similar treatment in his first at-bat. Checks on Morrell over there at first base. The 3-1. High and outside once again. That's a walk. 2 on.
For St. John,
1 out.
55, Nick Sorelli.
For the left-handed designated hitter, Nick Sorelli. 11 hits on the season, 7 runs scored. Breaking ball across the zone. Craig McCarty didn't like it. Ball 1. Fly ball to center field. Shoup is there. Morrell will stay there at second. 2 outs for McCauley now. And the base runners stay put.
With 2 on and 2 out, the third baseman, 27, Marty Higgins.
Third baseman Marty Higgins now at the plate for St. John's. Higgins 0 for 1 on the day. Batting .300 for the season. First pitch, a breaking ball outside. McCauley. Another breaking ball, that one outside too. The count goes to 2-0. Runners on first and second. That one's low. The count goes to 3-0. That one's inside. 4 balls. It's a walk. And now the bases are loaded with 2 outs.
Catcher, 34, Colin Wetterow.
Colin Wetterow to the plate now. Behind the dish in this one. 246 on the season. 4 doubles, 9 RBIs. Called strike 1. McCauley's ahead in the count. The 0-1. Swung on, just foul down the right field line over towards the St. John's bullpen. 0-2. To the sophomore catcher. McCauley shakes off. Likes that one from Hewitt. The 0-2. High fastball. 1-2. Wetterow wants time. It's granted by the umpire. Gets the end of the bat on that over Wickman at shortstop. 2 runs are going to score. Higgins all the way to third on the single. It's a 2 RBI single for the sophomore catcher, Colin Wetterow. And just like that, we got a tie ball game here at Bulldog Park. 2-2 the score. Vincent Bianchi now at the plate, 2 outs. Runners on first and third.
The right fielder, number 5, Vincent Bianchi.
Bianchi fouls that one off. 0-1. Nothing going for Bianchi in his first at-bat of this game. Watches that one just off the outside corner. 1-1. That one's low, 2-1. Runners on first and third. St. John's already scored 2 this inning. Breaking ball. Home plate umpire Craig McCarty didn't like it. 3-1 the count. High and inside. Another walk. The bases are loaded again. This time for the 9-hole hitter, Chris Conniff. And we're going to get a meeting at the mound. Macaulay strong through the first 3 innings. Couple walks, couple timely hits for the Johnnies. They've put up a 2 spot in this inning. Butler trying to stop the bleeding. Bases loaded. 2 outs. The 9-hole hitter, Chris Conniff, at the plate now. If he gets on base, we'll be back to Carson Bartels at the top of the order.
The shortstop, 18, Chris Conniff.
Macaulay from the windup. Just off the outside, 1-0. Right back up the middle. 1 scores. 2 are going to score. Play at third. He is out, but the second run did score. That's 2 more for the Johnnies in the top half of the 4th. Good play by Shoop out there in center to get the out at third, but the damage has been done. 4 runs for the Johnnies in the top half of the 4th. They take a 4-2 lead. Andy Bennett, the Bulldog first baseman, will be at the plate when we come back in the bottom of the 4th. You're watching Butler Baseball on Butler Athletics YouTube.
off the home half of the fourth inning for your Bulldogs, first baseman number 3, Andy Bennett.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park. The Red Storm put up a 4 spot in the top of the fourth. Leading off for the Bulldogs in the home half of the inning, first baseman Andy Bennett. Roche, strike one. Roche shaky in the first inning, made one mistake with the breaking ball in the third against Aaron Steinhardt, but settling into a bit of a groove here in the middle part of the game. Quick 0-2 hole for Bennett. Ground ball to third, Higgins. Over to Foles, 1 out in the bottom of the fourth.
The Bulldog backstop, number 9, Duncan Hewitt.
Duncan Hewitt behind the plate for Butler in this one. Batting 150 on the season. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Couple doubles. Nice breaking ball from Roche there. Ahead in the count once again, 0-1. Another one. That one on the outside corner, fastball, 0-2. Did he go? He did. A 3-pitch strikeout for Roche.
For your Bulldogs, number 2, Brody McGrath.
That's 2 outs here in the home half of the fourth. Second baseman Brody McGrath to the plate for Butler. Coming into this weekend, led the Bulldogs in average in Big East play. First pitch swinging, left field. Morrell is there. And that's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Roche. Threw a lot of pitches in that first inning, but innings like that are going to get him back on track. A quick 0 spot in the bottom of the fourth for the Bulldogs. We'll be back with the top of the 5th inning. You're watching Butler Baseball on Butler Athletics YouTube.
Second baseman, number 3, Carson Bartell.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park. Saturday afternoon full of baseball. Our second of 2 games this afternoon. Leading off the inning, top of the 5th, the leadoff man for the Red Storm, Carson Bartels. Breaking balls high for McCauley. That one's in there, called strike 1. Swinging through that one. Bartell's 0 for 2 in this one so far. Foul tip over the St. John's dugout. Carbon copy. Another one over the dugout. Still 1-2. McCauley ahead in the count. Umpire calls time. The 1-2. Breaking ball. Going away from Bartels. He doesn't bite. Strike 3 swinging. 1 out here in the top of the 5th.
Center fielder, number 6, Ryan Hogan.
Bartels just 18 strikeouts on the season. Coming into this one, he doesn't do that a whole lot. Ryan Hogan, the center fielder, now at the plate. He'll watch strike 1. Holds off on that high and inside fastball. 1-1 the count. Breaking ball, a little high. Took a nice cut at that one, but nothing doing. 2-2. Hogan, a redshirt senior from Kingston, Pennsylvania. One-time Big East Player of the Week this year. He'll watch that one, a backwards K. That's another strikeout for McCauley.
Left fielder, 23, Brian Morrill.
2 outs, Brian Morrill to the plate. Morrill, a redshirt junior transfer from Notre Dame, just north of Indianapolis. Swing on that one. Fair ball down the left field line. He's digging for 2. Gargano into Wickman. Morrill with the stand-up double with 2 outs here in the 5th.
First baseman Justin Foles.
Up next, Justin Foles, first baseman. Foles hitting .277 in conference coming into this weekend. Had 3 hits on Friday. Runner on second, 2 outs. Slow one. Way out in front of that. 0-1. That one in the dirt. Not swinging at that one. The 1-1. He'll check on Morrell out there at second. McGrath and Wickman not really holding him out there, so making sure he's honest. Another breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-2. McCauley just 1 strike away from a putting up a 0 here in the top half of the 5th. Another breaking ball. This one low. Count draws even at 2-2. Foltz asks for time. He'll dig back in. The 2-2. A heater way too high. Count draws full. Just outside. Good at bat for Foltz there. Runners on first and second now. Nick Sorelli, the designated hitter in this one for the Johnnies. Now up to the plate.
35, designated hitter, Nick Sorelli.
Couple of loud outs for Sorelli in this one. Breaking ball, a little high. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1. 2 outs. Runners on first and second after Morrell double and a walk. That one's low. McCauley strong through the first 3 innings. Gave up 4 in the 4th, trying to get out of here without any more. Two one. That one's going to hit him. Bases loaded now. 2 outs. Similar situation to what we saw in the top of the 4th. Schrag making his way out to the mound. He's looking towards the Butler bullpen. And he is going to make the call. That's going to be the end of John McCauley's day. 4 2/3. 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 5 walks, 2 Ks, a double given up, 23 batters faced. A quality first 3 innings, just not quite able to get out of the 4th inning without any blemishes and having some trouble getting through the top half of the 5th.
Scott.
4-2 here in the top of the 5th.
Pitching change for your Bulldogs.
Number 36.
Over on the mound, 36, Scott Wright.
Senior Scott Wright coming in relief of John McCauley for Coach Schrag. Scott Wright, a right-hander, 6'3", 200 pounds from Portland, Oregon. He'll come in with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Bases loaded. And he'll get the right-handed hitting third baseman Marty Higgins and try to get out of here without any Johnnies crossing the plate.
The third baseman, 27, Marty Higgins.
Higgins will look at ball 1. Walked and scored back in the 4th. The 1-0 is in there. Count even at 1-1. That's a shot over towards the St. John's dugout. Everyone over there avoids the foul ball, and we're 1-2. 2 outs, bases loaded. Scott Wright called upon to get the Bulldogs out of this jam. The 1-2, low and away. 2-2. Right from the stretch. Foul tip. Down the right field line. 2-2 again. St. John's hitters making it tough for Butler pitchers to get that third strike. Strike 3 is swinging, and Scott Wright comes in and gets Butler out of a big jam.
No runs, 1 hit, 3 runners left on base.
Some hits, some walks, bases loaded, but a 0 on the board for the Johnnies in the top half of the 5th. We'll be back for the bottom half of the inning here at Bulldog Park. You're watching Butler Baseball on Butler Athletics YouTube.
Leading up the Butler half of inning number 5, center fielder 39, John Shoot.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park. Bottom half of the 5th here. The Johnnies lead the Butler Bulldogs 4-2 after a 4-run top of the 4th. Leading off for the Bulldogs here in the home half of the 5th, center fielder John Shoop. Just off the outside corner, ball 1. Shoop a strikeout today. That one's in there for Roche, 1-1. Foul tip. Off the back screen. Roche ahead 1-2. Ground ball towards the first base coach. That'll be a foul ball. 1-2. To the Butler center fielder from Tampa, Florida. That one's high. 2-2. Ground ball towards Bartels at second, moves to his left, makes the play over to Fultz at first. That's 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Shortstop, Jonah Wickman.
As Jonah Wickman comes to the plate here for the Bulldogs on the 9 hole. Some activity going on down in the St. John's bullpen, a left-hander warming up down there. Roche throwing a lot of pitches because of that lengthy first inning. Ground ball, first pitch swinging for Wickman. Bartels, Fultz, like clockwork. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. We're back to the top of the order with left fielder James Gargano. Gargano walked in the first and then scored the lone run of that first inning. Shows bunt, pulls it back. That one's in the dirt. Aaron Steinhardt on deck for the Bulldogs, should we get there. Steinhardt capitalized on the mistake that Roche made in the bottom of the 3rd, hitting one over the right field wall. Quick throwback from the catcher Wetterau there. Roche with some nice reflexes. Two and 0 the count. Line drive just past the outstretched glove of Higgins. Gargano's on base with 2 out. And that'll bring
Designated hitter 35, Aaron Steinhardt.
Designated hitter Aaron Steinhardt to the plate. As I mentioned, he hit one a long way back in the 3rd. Right over the scoreboard out in right field. On a hanging breaking ball from Roche. Looks like before Steinhardt gets a chance to hit, we are going to get a pitching change. A lefty on lefty situation here. Roche, of course, getting bit in the last time he faced Steinhardt. Not going to get a chance at redemption. His day is done after 4 2/3 innings worth of work. 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 2 Ks. Did give up that homer in 19 batters faced. Gargano on first when we come back. 2 outs. As the left-hander for St. John's comes into the game. We'll be right back from Bulldog Park. You're watching Butler Baseball on Butler Athletics YouTube.
Pitching change for the Red Storm. Taking over on the mound, number 8, Brandon Cruz. For your Bulldogs, number 35, Aaron Steinhardt.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park. Pitching change for the Red Storm. Redshirt freshman from Santa Clarita, California. Number 8, Brandon Cruz. Cruz, 8 appearances this season, all in relief. 5.2 innings worth of work. Left-hander versus left-hander here. Steinhardt with a homer already today. Breaking ball in there for a strike 1. The 0-1. Strike. Did he go? Third base umpire, Mr. Kevin Conder, says that he did not. 1-1. 2 outs once again. James Gargano over there on first. Speedy guy. 8 steals and 9 attempts this season. Tyler Roche's day is done for the Red Storm. That ball is hopping and skipping to home plate. Gargano's gone. Ball in the dirt. Catcher can't find it. Gargano sliding into second. No chance of him going to third. Wetterell keeps it in front of him. Now there's a guy on second for Aaron Steinhardt. 2 outs. Count now 3-1. Hitters count here for Butler's DH. Good pitch there from Cruz. Count is full. Conniff keeping Gargano honest over there at second. Making sure he doesn't get too big of a lead with his speed. A single likely to score, the speedy left fielder. Full count. That one's low. Gets past the catcher. Gargano going to move to third, while Steinhardt will trot down to first.
The right fielder, 41, Dan Harwood.
Now runners on the corners. 2 outs for Dan Harwood. Harwood, 5 home runs, 24 RBIs. 8 doubles. And a triple to his name this season. Another lefty on lefty battle. Brandon Cruz coming in relief of Tyler Roche, who threw 4 2/3 for the Red Storm today. Dribbler over towards the first base coach. 0-1. Ripped down the right field line. Just a little too far out in front of that one. Harwood liked that one too. See him grinning over to his fellow Bulldogs over there on the third base line. Hard hit ball, but 0-2 and a hole here. Another breaking ball that Harwood's out in front of. A little less out in front of that one, just a couple feet outside of the first base bag. We'll stay right here at 0-2. Runners on the corners. That one's low. Ball 1. Freddie Matos on deck. If we were to get there. The 1-2. That one's low. Good stop there from Redderwile. Keeping it in front of him. Gargano stays over there at third, but Steinhardt moves over to second. Now a base hit could really do some damage for Harwood. Bulldogs are down 4-2. St. John's put up a 4 spot in the top of the 4th. The count's even at 2-2. That one's low as well. 3-2 the count. The 3-2. Turns on that one as well. Cruz can't get that breaking ball past Harwood, but Harwood, at the same time, unable to straighten it out and get it in play. We'll do 3-2 again. Runners at second and third. What an at-bat from Harwood there. That one's low. He'll watch that one go by for ball 4.
With the bases full of
Bases are loaded.
the third baseman, number 7, Freddie Matos.
For the Butler third baseman, Freddie Matos. Freddie coming into today, the senior, hitting .269 on the season. 2 home runs, 15 RBIs, 7 doubles, 29 hits overall. This is what the cleanup hitter is for, to clean up the bases. Bases loaded here, and it looks like we're going to get another pitching change, this time a right-hander out of the St. John's bullpen. Brandon Cruz, his day is short. Was not able to retire a single batter. 2 outs. New St. John's pitcher.
St. John's taking over on the hill, 17, Tim Cunningham.
Bases loaded for the Bulldog.
For your Bulldog, number 7, Freddie Matos.
New pitcher for the Johnnies, right-handed pitcher Tim Cunningham. Cunningham got a couple outs for the Johnnies back in game 1. Brief work though, and he's back in here in the bottom of the 5th in the second game of this doubleheader. Cunningham, a sidearm right-handed pitcher from Davie, Florida, and he's facing Freddie Matos, the Bulldog third baseman, who is also from Davie, Florida. So we've got a baseball game between an Indianapolis school and a New York school, and we got 2 guys from Davie, Florida. Go figure. 2 outs, bases loaded. Cunningham versus Matos. It's a good pitch out on the outside corner. 0-1. Matos makes contact with that one, just foul. Quickly in an 0-2 hole. The 0-2. Cunningham likes the pitch, delivers. Matos fouls that one off over the Butler dugout. We'll do 0-2 again. Right on the outside corner. Craig McCarty behind the plate says, no thank you. That'll be ball one. 1-2. Tough to lay off that one as well, but Matos does. And he's rewarded with the ball. 2-2, even count.
Come on, Freddie. You got this, Freddie. Come on.
Swings through that one. Tim Cunningham gets the Johnnies out of the jam. He's pumped. The Johnnies dugout is pumped. And that's 3 runners left stranded for the Bulldogs in the bottom half of the 5th. 4-2, the Johnnies holding on to a 2-run lead. When we come back, number 34 for the Johnnies. Behind the dish, Colin Wetterow will lead it off in the top half of the 6th. Thank you so much for being with us. You're watching Butler Baseball.
Leading off the top of inning number 6, for St. John's, the catcher, 34, Colin Wetterow.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park, top of the 6th. Scott Wright on the mound for the Bulldogs. Colin Wetterow at the dish. Tries to bunt, comes back towards me at the press box. 0-1. Scott Wright, redshirt freshman. Excuse me. Scott Wright, the senior, 1.13 ERA, 6 appearances, all in relief. That's a ground ball up the middle. Wickman is there, over to Bennett, gets him by a step. That's one out in the top half of the 6th.
The right fielder, number 5, Vincent Bianchi.
Vincent Bianchi, the 8-hole hitter. He's got a walk in this one. First pitch swinging, out of play. Chris Conniff, the shortstop, on deck. Back to the top of the order if we get there. Another foul ball in play, but no time for Andy Bennett to get over there. 0-2. Scott Wright quickly ahead here. From the stretch. Just barely gets a piece of that one, does Bianchi. 0-2 to the right fielder. Outside corner. Doesn't get the called strike from Craig McCarty. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Gets away from Hewitt. Hewitt over to first. Good throw. Bennett steps on the bag to confirm the strikeout. 2 outs here in the top half of the 6th. Nice play there from Duncan Hewitt, the Bulldog catcher behind the plate.
Chris Conniff.
Chris Conniff, shortstop, 9-hole hitter. Conniff, a pair of RBIs today. Always nice to get production like that from your 9-hole hitter. Bartel's on deck. A little low. Fly ball to left field. Gargano is under it. And the Johnnies are retired in the top half of the 6th.
No runs, no hits, nobody left. Bulldog fans, you can
when we come back, due up for the Bulldogs, Andy Bennett, Duncan Hewitt, and Brody McGrath, 5, 6, 7 in the Bulldogs batting order. In the bottom of the 6th, you're watching Butler Baseball on Butler Athletics YouTube.
in the home half of the sixth inning. Number 3, Andy Bennett.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park. Bottom of the sixth, Andy Bennett, the Bulldog first baseman. Leading off the inning, Duncan Hewitt, the catcher. Brody McGrath, second baseman, due to hit in this inning. Tim Cunningham on the mound. The side-arming right-hander got St. John's out of a jam last inning. Is back in and throws strike one to Bennett. Foul ball off to the right. Bennett hitting .229 on the season, coming into the second game today. Has a walk in this one. Line drive, it's going to get down out there in left center. Morrell there, but the Bulldogs have their leadoff hitter on here in the bottom of the sixth.
The catcher, number 9, Duncan Hewitt.
Duncan Hewitt, 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. Didn't play in the first game. Same schedule as yesterday. Didn't play in the first one. Behind the dish in the second one. Cunningham low and inside on that one. Ball one. Bulldogs and Johnnies played twice yesterday. The Johnnies took both of those contests in convincing fashion. 9-0 and 4-0. Bulldogs took the first one today, 4-1. Behind a Nick Eaton complete game, 2-hit, 1-run performance. Johnny's ahead 4-2 in this one. 2-0 to Hewitt. Runner on first in the bottom of the sixth. That one's inside as well. 3-0 to the catcher. Hewitt taking all the way. Was convinced that one was a ball. Give him a minute to retrieve that bat. And then he'll dig back in. 3-1. Ground ball to short. Conniff to Bartels to Foles. 6-4-3 double play. And just like that, 2 outs, nobody on for the Bulldogs. And Brody McGrath, the second baseman, due up next. McGrath, .255 on the season. 0 for 2 in this one. That's a strike in there for Cunningham. Center fielder John Shoup on deck. Cunningham to the right-hander. Breaking ball across the zone, doesn't catch a piece. Foul tip there. 1-2. Strike 3 swinging. Another quick
the sixth
inning for Tim Cunningham and the St. John's
as we head to the
defense.
Red Storm 4, Bulldogs 2.
St. John's holds on to a 4-2 lead as we head into the top half of the seventh. Top of the order for the Johnnies. When we come back,
For St. John, second baseman, number 3, Carson Bartel.
welcome back to Bulldog Park here in the top half of the seventh. Top of the order for the Johnnies. Bartels, Hogan, Morrell. It'll be Fultz if we get past the first three. Scott Wright on the mound for the Bulldogs. Foul tip into the glove of Duncan Hewitt. 0-1 to start the inning. The 0-1. Good frame there from Hewitt. Gets the strike call for his pitcher. 0-2. Carson Bartels quickly in a hole. Good pitch, a little low. Bartels lays off it. Time called. The 1-2. Fly ball to right field. Harwood back underneath it. Bartels is retired for the first out of the inning.
Center fielder, number 6, Ryan Hogan.
Bartels was dangerous yesterday. Bulldog pitchers have done a better job with him in this second doubleheader, games 3 and 4 of the series. Foul tip. Hit hard to left center field. Shoop is chasing, able to get there in deep left center. Shoop rock solid out there in center field, able to get to that one. 2 outs, despite a hard hit ball there from Hogan.
23, Brian Morrill.
Brian Morrill, a double down the left field line the last time he was at the plate. A little low. That's ball 1. in the dirt. 2-0. The 2-0 from Scott Wright. Into the hole. McGrath favoring the second base bag. Morrell goes the other way, finds the hole, and he'll be on with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Bringing up the first baseman, Justin Foles.
25, first baseman, Justin Foles.
Looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter over at first base.
St. John's now running at first base, number 10, Tim McHugh.
Tim McHugh, number 10, taking over the base running duties for Brian Morrell. He'll take a lead over there at first. Foles lays off the first one. One of the count. McHugh takes his lead over at first. Gonna check on him. The 2-0 to Justin Foles. Swung on right into the hole. Harwood over in right field. Going to hold McHugh over there at second. First and second for the Johnnies. And Nick Sorelli coming up to the plate now with 2 outs in the inning. Another hard hit ball there for a Red Storm batter.
Designated hitter, 35, Nick Sorelli.
For Sorelli digs in. He's going to have a conversation there with head coach Mike Hampton. Marty Higgins, the third baseman, on deck. First and second, pinch runner, Tim McHugh out there at second. Justin Foles at first. Nick Sorelli at the plate. Strike one looking right ahead in the count here. The 0-1. Another good pitch. Breaking ball in the outside corner. Sorelli 0-2 in the hole. Dribbler over there to the first base coach. Sorelli stays alive though. 0-2, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. the 0-2. Bounces over Hewitt's head. McHugh to third. Foltz to second. And now a base hit can really hurt the Bulldogs. 4-2 the score right now. Scott Wright trying to get out of the top of the 7th without the St. John's lead getting any bigger. The count now 1-2. One, two, good pitch inside. Home plate umpire calls the ball foul.
3-1-1.
Deep breath from Wright. Comes set. 1-2 on the outside corner. Sorelli's not reaching, and the count draws even at 2-2. In the dirt, good stop from Hewitt there. Making Sorelli earn it at the plate instead of just a pass ball. 3-2 full count. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. That's low. Sorelli draws a walk. Marty Higgins struts up to the plate. The bases are now full for the right-handed hitting third baseman of the Red Storm.
Marty Higgins.
Higgins 0-2 with a walk, scored a run. Back in that 4-run fourth inning. Strike one. Some movement in the Butler dugout. Got a catcher jogging on down to the Butler bullpen. Ground ball. Matos can't get it. Wickman's there. Fire to first. Bennett not in time. Higgins is safe. Tim McHugh scores. And the Johnnies lead is now 5-2 here in the top of the 7th. Bang, bang play there. Matos unable to get to it at third. Heck of a throw there from Wickman to make it close.
The catcher, 34.
But Higgins just quick enough down that line to beat it by half a step. Coach Schrag out of the Butler bullpen, making his way over to Scott Wright. Took a glance over there at the Butler bullpen. So it looks like Scott Wright will stay there for the time being. Maybe giving his guy out there in the bullpen a little more time to warm up. It's Coach Strag. He'll go back to the dugout without making the change for right now. Colin Wetterow at the plate now. First pitch swinging, up in the air. Hewitt giving chase, but it's going to run out of room quickly. 0-1. Wetterow has a pair of RBIs, also scored a run. Involved in 3 of the 5 Red Storm runs in this one. .250 on the season. That's a ball, 1-1. The 1-1. Good breaking ball there. Wetterow swings over the top of it. Scott right ahead in the count. 1-2. Bases still loaded. Tim McHugh scored on a ground ball that Marty Higgins beat out. That one's in the dirt. 2-2. Still 1 strike away from getting out of this one with any more runs across for St. John's. Come set, the 2-2 to Wetterow. Strike 3 swinging. Got him to chase that one in the dirt, and he'll get out of the inning with just 1 run coming across. St. John's does extend the lead 5-2 as we stretch here at Bulldog Park, head into the bottom of the 7th. When we come back, it'll be the center fielder, John Shoup, leading it off for the Bulldogs. When we come back, bottom of the 7th. You're watching Butler Baseball on Butler Athletics YouTube.
Now batting for your Bulldogs, number 14, Garrett Gray.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park, bottom of the 7th. I promised you John Shoup at the plate. Instead, you're getting Garrett Gray, the switch hitting sophomore, in as a left-handed hitter to face the sidearm right-hander in Tim Cunningham. Gray, 235 on the season, 17 at-bats, 1 run driven in, couple of runs. And he'll look at strike 1 to start the bottom of the 7th. Strike 2 swinging. Cunningham came in, got the Johnnies out of a jam in the bottom of the 5th. Made quick work in the bottom of the 6th, out there for the 7th. Foul tip back. Gray stays alive, 0-2. Good looking pitch, a little high though. Gray lays off of it. It's a 1-2 count. On the outside corner, Gray lays off of that one too. Two, hit hard, but right at Chris Conniff. It's about all you can do if you're Gray. Put a good swing on it, but right at Conniff. 1 out. And the Bulldog shortstop, Jonah Wickman. Now up in the 9-hole, James Gargano on deck. Righty on lefty. 1-1, just first pitch just outside. Wickman chases that one. Now we're 1-1. Foul tip on that one. Strike 3.
Left fielder, number
2 outs.
Gargano.
Wickman will take a walk back to the dugout. Gargano, the Bulldog leadoff hitter, now at the plate. Shows bunt, pulls it back. One 0 the count to the left fielder. Turns on that one. Higgins unable to handle it. Gets past Conniff too. Gargano's on again. 2 outs here, bringing Aaron Steinhardt up to the plate.
35, designated hitter, Aaron Steinhardt.
Steinhardt responsible for the only Bulldog run after the first inning. A solo shot over the left field fence, right field fence, excuse me. There's some activity in the St. John's bullpen. It looks like it's time for Tim Cunningham's day to come to an end. Quality innings for Cunningham in this one. Two innings pitched, 2 hits, 3 Ks, and 7 batters faced. And we'll get a new Red Storm pitcher on the mound. We'll tell you about him when we come back. You're watching Butler Baseball on the Butler Athletics YouTube.
Number 11, Jojo Rodriguez.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. New Red Storm pitcher Jojo Rodriguez, the right-hander. 5.66 ERA, 2-2 on the year. 12 appearances, all of them in relief. 20.2 innings worth of work. He'll face Aaron Steinhardt. He's got a solo shot today. 2 outs. James Gargano over there on first. He'll check on Gargano once. To the plate. Steinhardt, first pitch swinging. Didn't get all of that one. Ryan Hogan camps out underneath it. And just like that, Jojo Rodriguez out of the 7th inning. No runs for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 7th. The Johnnies hold on to a 5-2 lead heading into the top of the 8th. You're watching Butler Baseball on Butler Athletics YouTube.
Pitching change for your Bulldogs. Taking over on the hill, number 25, Derek Drees. And the new center fielder is number 12, Jacob Margroff. Leading off inning number 8 for St. John's, right fielder number 5, Vincent Bianchi.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park. Top of the 8th. New pitcher for the Bulldogs. Derek Drees, the big right-hander, 8.44 ERA on the season. He throws a first pitch strike to Vincent Bianchi. 6 appearances, all in relief. 5.1 innings pitched. We also have a change out in center field for the Bulldogs. Jacob Margroff now manning that part of the outfield. As we're underway here in the top of the 8th. 5-2 St. John's. (0-2) pitch just misses inside. 1-2. Chris Conniff, the shortstop, on deck. The 1-2. Strike 3 called on the outside edge. Good start for Drees. That'll leave 1 out and nobody on for
18, Chris Conniff.
For the Red Storm shortstop. Second baseman Carson Bartels on deck. Conniff has a couple of RBIs today in the 9 hole. 2 for 3. A pair of singles. Strike two swinging. And Dries is in control once again. Strike three called again on the outside edge. This time to Conniff. Two pitchers, two batters, two strikeouts for the right-hander.
For St. John's, number 3, Carson Bartels.
Now the Red Storm leadoff hitter and second baseman to the plate. That one's low and away. Ball one. Bartels, the grad student from Westchester, Illinois. Looks at that breaking ball, called strike. 1-1. Paint in the outside corner there with the breaking ball. 1-2. One, two, high and outside. Count even at 2-2. Dries looking for his third strikeout of the inning. Looking for that outside corner with a breaking ball again. Doesn't get it this time. Bartels has worked the count to 3-2. That's in the dirt. Bartels will trot down to first base. Bring up the two-hole hitter, Ryan Hogan.
Center fielder, number 6, Ryan Hogan.
Hogan swings through the first pitch, 0-1. Brian Morrill has been in the 3-hole behind Hogan after getting pinch run. It'll be Tim McHugh if Hogan were to get on base. A little high there. 1-1 the count. Foul tip, back to the screen. Ryan Hogan, 8 stolen bases on the year. When he gets on base, he can be a problem with his speed. The 1-2. Foul tip on a good pitch from Dries. Hits that one hard to left center. Margroff over, diving catch. Drops it when he hits the ground. Bartels is going to come around to score. No play at the plate. A stand-up double for Ryan Hogan. What an effort in left center field. Jacob Margroff just into the game. First action we've seen from him today. Looked like he got a lot of glove on that. But when he hit the ground, pops out, and it's going to be another run for St. John's. Bartels goes first to home on that one.
Left fielder, number 10,
Moving
McHugh.
off the sound of the bat with 2 outs. Tim McHugh. First at bat of the game. came in to pinch run from Morrell. Ended up scoring a run. First pitch swinging. That one's in the dirt. Duncan Hewitt stops it from getting to the backstop. 1-1. 6-2, the Johnnies now lead in the top half of the 8th. Good breaking ball there. That's a strike. And once again, Dries just one strike away from ending the inning. Two and two. Tim McHugh, a redshirt freshman from New York, 250 average in Big East play coming into this weekend. He scored a run yesterday as well. The 2-2. Hit hard to center field. Margroff is there, and that's the end of the top half of the 8th. The Johnnies do pad that lead just a little bit. It's now a 4-run lead. 6-2 they lead over the Bulldogs as we head to the home half of the 8th. We'll be right back from Bulldog Park. Thanks so much for joining us. You're watching Butler Baseball on Butler Athletics YouTube.
A wide variety of products, including items you can customize specifically to show your support of Butler Baseball. That's ButlerBulldogGear.com. Leading off the home half of the 8th inning for your Bulldogs, right fielder 41, Dan Harwood.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park. Bottom of the 8th here in Game 2 of our Saturday afternoon doubleheader. Bulldogs took the first one 4-1. They trail 6-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Jojo Rodriguez on the mound. Dan Harwood to lead off the inning, followed by Freddie Matos and Andy Bennett due up in this inning. Did he go? He did go according to the third base umpire. Strike one. Way out in front of that one was Dan Harwood. 0-2 quickly in the hole. That one gets all the way back to the backstop. 1-2. Harwood a pair of walks today. The 1-2. Doesn't go with that one. Harwood says it hits him. Brian McCarty didn't see it. Coach Schrag not happy about it down the third base side. Craig McCarty, Shannon Bunger, and Kevin Conder going to talk about it. Our 3 umpires for this afternoon. Home plate umpire Craig McCarty issuing a warning to Coach Schrag. They're going to talk about it, and they are going to give Hardwood first base. That's a hit by a pitch, and the Bulldogs have a runner on first with no outs.
The third baseman, number 7, Freddie Matos.
Freddie Matos, third baseman, now up for the Bulldogs. No outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Matos with an RBI today, as well as a strikeout. 264 on the season for the Bulldog third baseman. Rodriguez takes a look over at first, and the pitch. High, gets past Wetterau. Harwood will take advantage, trot on down to second. And just like that, with no outs, the Bulldogs have a runner in scoring position. The 1-0. Another one high. Wetterau was able to get that one. 2-0. Four hits for the Bulldogs in this one. 2 runs. James Gargano scoring in the first. Solo shot from Aaron Steinhardt in the bottom of the third. Since then, it's been pretty quiet for the Bulldogs at the plate. The 2-0. That one's high as well. 3-0 for the cleanup hitter. Matos taking there. 3-1. Five seniors in the middle of the batting order. Starting with Harwood all the way down to McGrath in the 7 spot. 3-1. Swing, that's a foul tip. Back to the screen and the count's full. Rodriguez toes the rubber. Comes set, ready for the 3-2. Swung on, fouled off. Back over our heads here at Bulldog Park. We'll do 3-2 again. Runner on second. No outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Hit hard into the hole. Tim McHugh out there in left field. Gonna get it in quickly. Harwood gonna have to stay there at third. But Matos is on. Runners at the corners. No outs for the Bulldogs.
Number 3,
And first baseman Andy Bennett at the plate. There's been some movement down there in the St. John's bullpen. Going to have a discussion here at the mound. Doesn't look like there's going to be a pitching change just yet. Just a conversation with runners on the corners and no outs. Andy Bennett, dribbler over to the St. John's dugout. Jojo Rodriguez ahead in the count, 0-1. Did he break his bat there? Double play on the broken bat. Bartels fields the ground ball, able to tag Matos out on his way to second, get Bennett at first. That's a 4-3 double play. The Bulldogs do score a run on the play.
Number 9, Duncan Hewitt.
(6-3). Now the score here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 outs now. Foul ball. Duncan Hewitt at the plate now. Quite an individual play there by Bartels out at second. Pretty breaking ball there from Rodriguez. Quickly 0-2 to Hewitt. Another breaking ball. Hewitt watches it. That's strike 3. Third out of the inning. And the Bulldogs get 1 run on their 1 hit as we head to the top of the 9th. St. John's holding on to a 3-run lead, 6-3, as we head to the top of the 9th inning. You're watching Butler Baseball on Butler Athletics YouTube.
Taking over on the mound for your Bulldogs, number 20, Jack Pilcher.
Come on, Pilt. Here he comes.
Leading off the ninth inning for St. John's, first baseman, 25, Justin Foles.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park. Top of the ninth, new Bulldog pitcher for you, Jack Pilcher, the senior right-hander. 8 appearances this season, all in relief, 5.2 innings pitched, 12 earned runs in those 5 2/3. Justin Foles leading off the inning. First pitch swinging right into the hole, out to right field. Harwood collects, throws it back into the infield. No outs and a runner on first
35
for Nick Sorelli. Sorelli turns on that one. Foul. The 0-1. That one's inside. 1-1. Another foul ball. 1-2. The count. Sorelli 0-2 with a walk today. That one's just outside. Draws the count even at 2-2. Foul tip. Hewitt holds on to it, and that's a strikeout for Pilcher. 1 out, and that brings Marty Higgins, the third baseman, to the plate. Gonna check on Foltz over there at first. Higgins gets caught on the arm there. Pilcher thought that maybe there was a lean into it. McCarty says no. 1 out. Now runners on first and second.
34, the catcher, Colin Witterow.
Number 34, the catcher, Colin Witterow. Now to the dish. Top of the ninth, 6-3, Johnny's lead. Bulldogs trying to keep the lead at 3 before they go to the home half of the ninth. Swing and a miss, strike 1. The 0-1. Just outside. Strike 2. 1-2 now. 1 out, runners on first and second. just off the outside corner. 2-2. Weterow, a pair of RBIs today. Also a run. A strikeout to go along with it. Runners are going. Foul ball, though, for Weterow. So they'll trot back to first and second with the count staying at 2-2. That one's low. Count goes full. 3-2. That one's low. Unable to get Weterow. 1 out. Bases loaded once again for the Johnnies.
Right fielder, number 5, Vincent Bianchi.
The right fielder, Vincent Bianchi, to the dish. Bianchi a walk, pair of strikeouts this afternoon. The Bulldogs are in on the corners. Wickman and McGrath out there at short and second, playing for the double play. The 1-0. Nice breaking ball, just catches a piece of the inside corner. That one gets past Hewitt. Can't find it, and the Johnnies are going to score again. Justin Foles, looking alive over there at third base, gets to the plate on the wild pitch. 7-3. The Johnnies lead. 1 out still. Runners now at second and third for Bianchi. Third straight inning that the Johnnies have added 1 run to their lead. Had that 4-run fourth to jump out to their initial lead, and have been padding it ever since the 7th inning. Now the entire infield end. Swing and a ball out of play. 2-2 again. That one's inside, barely misses Bianchi. We got another full count. Butler pitchers struggling to put batters away in this one. Yet another 3-2 count. Got to make a good pitch. Ground ball gets through. The infield was in. 1 run's going to score. Digging from second. Weterow scores as well, and the Johnnies have busted this one wide open. It's a 3 spot in the 9th now. A double for Bianchi, and the Red Storm now lead 9-3.
The shortstop, 18, Chris Conniff.
Up next, the 9-hole hitter, Chris Conniff. Couple RBIs today. Runner on second. Swinging at the first pitch, fouled off to the left. Swing, ground ball to Bennett. He'll take it himself to the bag. Will beat Conniff in the foot race. 2 outs now. Runner on third. Bianchi advancing on the ground ball to the right side. 2 outs.
Number 3.
Back to the top of the order with Carson Bartels. One and 0 to Bartels. 0 for 4 today with a walk and run scored. The 1-0. Swing onto that pop fly. Bennett, McGrath giving charge. Bennett gives away to McGrath. He makes the play, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. We head to the home half of the 9th. Bulldogs with a steep hill ahead of them to come back in this one. 9-3 the score as we head to the bottom of the 9th. You're watching Butler Baseball.
Leading off the bottom of the 9th inning for your Bulldogs, second baseman, number 2, Brody McGrath.
Welcome back to Bulldog Park for the bottom of the 9th inning. New Red Storm pitcher coming in to close, Ethan Rutsen. 6 saves on the season, a 1.37 ERA in 14 appearances. Another sidearm right-handed pitcher to go against the Bulldogs. Brody McGrath leading off the inning, the second baseman. 1-0 the count. He'll watch that one go by for strike 1. Swing and a ground ball, deep in the hole. Conniff. Throw is wide. Bartels doesn't get there in time. McGrath is off to second. Standing up at second is McGrath. It's a good way to start for the Bulldogs. Nobody out. Man on second.
Center fielder, number 12, Jacob Margroff.
Margroff, a defensive substitution a couple innings ago. Saw him have a great attempt at a diving catch out there in center. Now he's at the plate. He'll watch that one low. Ball one. Margroff struggling a little bit in Big East play through 10 games. The 1-0. That's a strike. 1-1 to Margroff. Jonah Wickman on deck, and then we'll go back to the top of the order. One fouled out of play down the third base line. 1-2 to the senior center fielder. Ball back up the middle, mishandled by Conniff. Margroff is going to make it to first, and McGrath to third. Runners on the corners for the Bulldogs. No outs here in the bottom of the ninth. 9-3, still the deficit for the Bulldogs to overcome. After Wickman, we'll go back to the top of the order with James Gargano.
The shortstop, number 8, Jonah Wickman.
First pitch swinging for Wickman. It's going to be a foul ball towards the batting cages outside the left field fence. $17 total hits between the two teams in Game 2, after just 6 combined in Game 1 this afternoon. That's a ball. Count even at 1-1. McGrath at third. Margroff at first. That one's low. 2-1 to the shortstop. Another one. 3-1. That's a strike. 3-2. Routson's been hard to hit this year. Just 9 hits and 19.2 innings worth of work. Bulldogs making him work here in this 9th inning. That's a foul ball off Wickman's leg. He'll walk that one off, and we'll do 3-2 again. Another foul ball out of play. 3-2, Wickman battling. The 3-2. Wickman called strike 3. A huge out for the Johnnies.
The left fielder, number 6, James Gargano.
1 out, and we're back to the top of the Bulldog order. James Gargano walked and scored in the first. Tough pitch. Strike called in the outside corner. Ground ball to Bartels to second. He dropped it. Umpire out there at second base said that the bobble came on the transfer. The out is going to count. That's 2 outs. A run does score for the Bulldogs. McGrath scoring from third on the play. Gargano on first.
Designated hitter, 35, Aaron Steinhardt.
James Gargano over on first. Now 2 outs. Adam Steinhardt, the lefty DH. Dan Harwood on deck if the Bulldogs were to get on base here. Just outside. 1-0 the count to Aaron Steinhardt.
We're talking about it. You called it. You missed it.
Strike called that time on the outside corner. 1-1. Steinhardt digs in, routes and comes set. Steinhardt fouls that one off, out of play. 1-2, and the Bulldogs are down to their last strike. The 1-2. Strike 3 swinging, and the Bulldogs split today's doubleheader with the Johnnies. St. John's gets the win 9-4 on the back of a 4-run fourth and a 3-run top of the ninth. The Bulldogs move to 11-22 on the season, 5-12 in Big East play. The Johnnies 18-19 and get their 9th Big East win of the season. 9-4 the final score here at Bulldog Park. Thank you so much for joining us for Saturday afternoon of baseball here in Indianapolis on the campus of Butler University. Bulldogs fall in this one 9-4. Moved to 11-22 on the season. Thank you so much for joining us. For myself, Josh Molnex, Sam Hartman on the camera. Thank you so much for joining us. And we will see you next time from Bulldog Park. You've been watching Butler Baseball on Butler Athletics YouTube.